The sky with a whisper loud. A brushstroke cuts through every cloud. My thoughts run wild, no change, no bounds. Electric colors in a concrete town. I'm the architect of my own spark, a firework igniting in the dark. Creativity is my superpower. Just dreams is all I've got. I bend the rules like a melody bends. Snap a rhyme, make the broken man. A kaleidoscope spinning in my chest. This canvas bleeds, but it's my best. Ideas collide, a thunderous roar. They crack the ground and break the floor. Creativity is my superpower. Turning dust to gold in the final hour. I build a world with a single thought. No cage, just dreams. It's all I've got.
What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Welcome to our rebrand and reboot workshop this week. We're doing our AI-Create-A-Thon. That's going to be focused on your brand, refreshing it, rebranding, so that for the new year, not only will you have the new you, but you'll also have a new business, and hopefully these skills will be transferable for you to help other businesses as well. So while we're going through this process this week, I want you not only to think about how you need this process and how you're going to be able to use it for your business, I want you to also think about how these skills are going to transfer for you to be able to do this work for others and charge for that, okay? So we've got a lot to cover this week, and I'm very excited about what we're going to do. But I need us to get in the mode, in the focus of what we are going to be tackling this week. Okay. So, my very first thing is I know we're excited to probably touch on our AI brand wins, which that is what we'll be doing on Friday. Everything that we do, all the way building up from Monday to Thursday, we're going to do a recap on Friday and we're going to build those skills so that we can do our own brand image for ourselves, incorporate whatever your uniform is, all of that great stuff onto your AI model on Friday. So building up to that, we're going to be working on who's your target market, what does your logo look like, what does it say, what is the verbiage on your website? Do you have a website? If you don't have a website, what are some simple things that we can go ahead and generate now so that we can have some very simple steps to getting you to your next step, which would be making sure that you have a landing page, making sure you have a website, somewhere where people can contact you and also order from you. So I'm going to do a little bit of asking some questions first before we get going and flowing. And my first question for you all is, do you have a logo? If you have a logo, give me a 1 in the chat. If you do not have a logo, go ahead and give me a 0 in the chat. And it's okay if you don't. All right. And customer happiness, if you would help me record these results here. All right. So we do have a few people that don't have a logo. All right. Okay, so I will touch on that tonight. If we didn't have anyone that didn't have a logo, I would probably skip over that part for tonight. So we would not touch on that. So I'm glad that you all are speaking up. All right, awesome. Now with that logo, do you have defined hex colors? If you have your hex colors defined, give me a 2. If you do not, give me a 3. And if you're not happy with yours, go ahead and give me a 3, because if that means that's something that you want me to touch on, we can definitely work on that. And of course, I'll be showing you how we can use AI every step of the way to make things easier. Leveraging AI is going to make our process much, much more simpler and smoother. Okay, so we have a few that need help with the hex colors. Awesome. And my next question is, do you have an avatar in mind? So if you're looking at my screen right now, you'll see this is one of my avatars. This is my teen avatar, my high school avatar. You've seen her since last year, and she has actually developed into a very realistic looking model. She looked a little bit cartoony and plastic when we first created her. And now look at her. She's all grown up. So this is an avatar I use quite frequently for our high school graduation and sports. So this is one of my main models that I use, my main avatars. If you don't know what an avatar is, it's okay too, because I will explain it for if we have need for that. Okay. So if you have your avatar identified, locked in, you have their imagery together, and that means you know what they look like, you have an image developed of your avatar, I want you to give me a 4 in the chat. And if you need help even understanding what an avatar is, creating an avatar, making them look realistic, I want you to give me a 5 in the chat. Because maybe you have an avatar, but you need some help making them look more realistic, posing them, etc. And it's okay, either way it goes. I just want to see where our focus goes. All right. Okay. So even those that have avatars want to do some work with them. Well, beautiful, because that's what I'm here for. Now, with your avatars, do you have your demographics? What demographics means, how old are they? Where do they shop? What is their income level? What's their background? Where do they hang out, or where do they spend their personal time? Where do they shop online? Where do they shop in person? Those are going to be really good details that help you identify how to market your products. Okay. So let's just say, for instance, we all sell t-shirts, but if your avatar is a high school senior, you're going to sell those t-shirts very differently. Your imagery is going to look a lot differently than if your avatar is the, let's say, for instance, a high-level CEO or entrepreneur, right? Totally different messaging, totally different images, probably even a totally different model. All right. So I want to know if you have your demographics. I want you to give me a 6. We've done this before a little while ago, so you may have your demographics. If you do not have the demographics, give me a 7. Oh my gosh, 6, 7. Oh, don't y'all do it in the chat. Don't y'all do it. I just realized that. All right. All right. Pretty good mix here. So we'll probably go over that then. All right. And finally, I want to know what products. And this is where I want you all to only choose, if you could only choose 5 products that you would sell on your website. And don't choose 5 categories like party favors, technically is a whole category. Event design is a whole category. I want you to pick 5 specific products that if you could only sell those 5 products on your website, what would those products be? And I want you to list them all out on one line for me. And if you think about this, these should be the things that are profitable for you. People actually ask you for, not that you just want to create just to be creating. Let's make sure that you have some demand for it, or you know there's demand for it, but you just haven't put it out there yet. And that's fine too, because the whole point of this whole thing is to make sure that we get your product out there and we get your skills in front of people's eyes so you can make sure that just your skills pay the bills. All right, so take your time with that. Give me 5 products maximum. If you only have 3 that you want to create, that's fine too. But just go ahead and give me that list right now. So Angela says t-shirts, rally towels, custom frames, name tags, and fans. When you say custom frames, are those like photo frames? You're customizing those? Okay, beautiful. All right, Darlene says t-shirt, tumbler, pillows, blankets, and programs. All right. Y'all keep going. This is where I understand how to help you further with this next part, because as we're talking about rebranding, we also have to talk about whether your customer understands what it is that you actually sell. All right. Nobody else in the room has their products that they want to sell. Ladonis, I got hemp wax candles. Ooh, I like that. Hemp wax melts and diffusers. Oh, I love this. I can definitely see how this rebranding can help you create your digital assets, like your images, the feel of your website, your colors and all. I'm loving this. Okay, now I see y'all. Okay, Ashley, TV trays, fans, shirts, tumblers, and towels. Good deal. Jennifer, t-shirts, sweatshirts, stoles, gift wrapping paper, and banners. And congratulations on getting some orders with your gift wrapping paper. Let's see, t-shirts, tumblers, calendars, blankets, and planners. I see that, Crystal. Arnika, I got tumblers, rhinestone t-shirts, DTF shirts, embroidery patches, and AI designs. Okay, so I got some digital designs up in there. I see you. I see you. Van Teresa, t-shirts, rally towels, tumblers, yard signs, and stoles. And you see when I ask you for just 5 products, most of you have chosen things that are in a like category or go together. Because if you only had to narrow it down to 5 products, you're probably going to choose products that work well together. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm copying these so that I have some reference for when we go forward. But customer happiness, if you would record these as well, that way If we need any individualized help, I can see about your products. Now we are in the Zoom room. This is also being recorded on YouTube, and it's also right now just being shown on YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow. It depends on if we have any participation as far as likes and subscribing and that sort of thing. If not, then we probably won't do live because that means it's going to kill my YouTube algorithm. So I will just record it unlisted so that it will be available for the Zoom room immediately following the end of our session. All right, so I think I have everyone. Shelly, I'm going to copy and paste yours right now. Digital backdrops, pillows, invitations, and digital props. Love it, love it. Okay, so now that I understand more of what you all want to be able to sell, there's a lot of things that are kind of overlapping here as far as your products. For the most of you, and I think maybe even for everyone, t-shirts is on your list. So as you can see with my avatar here, I actually created her, and we're going to do this all together, but I'm just giving you a little backstory on how this is going to work and why. All right, so this is a single model. If you recall, we actually did this last week. I want to show y'all how we're going to build on this. So she's wearing the white t-shirt, the jeans that we had on the outfit board, and she's wearing those Chuck Taylors or those Converse sneakers. Okay, now what we're going to do forward from this is we're going to create a model so that you don't have to use the model that I use. But if you don't have that model, then I will give you the assets. I will give you my model to work with so that you're not empty-handed. All right, but I will also show you how to do all of the things that I do. So we're going to create a model. We're going to put the outfit on the model. And what we're going to do is make sure that she's wearing a blank item so that later we can use these for mock-ups on Thursday. We're going to mock her up, okay? So I want to make sure that we keep whatever product. So I want you to take your main product here. I would prefer that it be something that I think, since we're all doing t-shirts, let's all do t-shirts. And on Thursday, if we have enough time with mock-ups, I will show you how to do products that are not t-shirts or apparel. So for instance, like your candles and things, because a lot of times those are totally different product photo shoots and product shots. Okay, so I'm going to put here on my list as a bonus on Thursday, we can do some products only photo shoots. All right, so right now I'm going to do the apparel because we're going to focus on the model. And then we can take that model, we can use that model to hold up a mug or hold up the candles or be in the same room as some of your products that you want to do, like your tumblers and blankets and so forth. So right now we're going to focus on the t-shirt. We're going to build out that this whole photo shoot, and then I'll show you how to mock it up, change out products, etc. All right, so that's going to be our whole week is built around creating your visual assets for your brand so that you can have it for Instagram, you can have it for your emails, you can use it especially for your website. These are going to be powerful images to do that. And then you'll be able to even animate these things and use them as ads or also video assets that you can use for your Etsy store and for your Shopify store. Okay. All right. So now that I know where everyone is, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with our avatar here. And then the last thing we'll do is we will do a little refining to the logos. Since not only a handful of people needed the logos, I want to make sure that we do the bigger part of our process tonight, which is creating our avatars. But we don't just want to arbitrarily make them. We don't just want to just pull an image out the sky. We want to do a little research first. So what I'm going to do is take you over to our custom print marketing expert, and that will be in your working document. Customer happiness, do you mind dropping the working document link for tonight, please? And this is where we're going to be going, referencing this all throughout the week, whether we have AI class, whether we have a Photoshop class, we will have some notes and homework and things inside of this document. And I'm going to pull it up on the screen so you see what it looks like. All right. And as you can see, customer happiness is documenting. They take quick notes for you all so that you have an easy reference. So even as we're going, this document is being updated. So if you happen to fall behind or miss a session, not only will you have the replay of the video, you'll also have this working document that will have everything that you need documented. Now, I'm just pasting right now the custom print marketing expert. This is where we're going to start right now. All right. And the whole point of this custom GPT is so that we can gain some insight, get some information, and not have to think of this stuff from scratch. We used to do this from scratch, and it did take a lot more time. And just to be honest with you, it wasn't as thorough as it could really be because this wasn't our lane. This wasn't our area of expertise. So often, if it's not your area of expertise, what do? We procrastinate, we put it off. It has this dreadful feeling to it, and it makes us feel like it's heavy work. So let's take the things that we aren't necessarily the best at or trained at, and let's leverage our AI so that we can feel like superstars in this arena. Okay. All right. So let me know in the chat. Give me a 100 when you have this link pulled up and ready to go. And if you have ChatGPT. And I see someone on the YouTube side saying that the Zoom link is in the course for today. It's on the back end if you're in Craft to Quit. Now, if you're just watching this on YouTube, just enjoy it because this is literally just a free view. It disappears once the live is over with. And I'm literally giving you all paid information for the free 99 just because you're here, you're showing up, and you're giving me your attention and your time. So I can't see your chat because I'm paying attention to the chat in the Zoom room, but please understand that my goal is to give you a taste so you can see what we're working on. You can make some great moves with the free information that I'm giving you. And then next time you'll be involved, or you might even join the paid version of it tomorrow because you see the value of it. So just understand that I'm not here looking at the chat on the YouTube side, but I am giving you all access so you can see what's going on. All right, and let me do one more thing here. If I can remember, if it's a free resource, then I am giving you then what I'll do is I will go ahead and copy the resource. Like this custom print marketing expert, this is actually a free resource that I developed for fellow creatives. So I'll go ahead and paste that in the chat. And for anyone who is interested in joining the challenge, if you are not part of the Craft to Quit Platinum membership, then you can purchase it for $97. But I would highly encourage you to join the Craft to Quit membership so you'll have it free every month that we do it. All right. All right. So let's get back to work. All right. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to actually help you all. I don't really do this often, but I wanted to make sure that you have your ChatGPT set up here. So if you can go to your your settings on ChatGPT, I just want to go through a couple of things here. Some of you were asking how to change the voice because you like spruce as well. This is where you change the voice under general. So into the settings, general, and then go to spruce if you want to change that voice. Right. I also want you to come here. You can go to your security settings. And you can also change this and update this, where you get a text message if anyone tries to use your ChatGPT, or you're on a fresh one. So you can turn that on as well. And then you can also do push notifications to your device, for instance, your phone as well. And this is basically so that you have multi-factor authentication turned on. And then when you turn it on, just make sure that you fill out the information that it's going to have up there. And then next, we're going to go here to our personalization. And this is where you can make sure that it fits your style, your tone, your voice. So right now, I have it on default. But I also told it a little bit about me. So you can definitely spend some time doing this part. Make sure that it's within the characters that it wants. I just told it a little bit about myself. I said, Dr. Shanon Wooden, that's Shannon with one N in the middle, is a dynamic speaker, community leader, and founder of Innate Academy, a trailblazer in emerging art, engineering, and entrepreneurship. Dr. Shanon draws on her rich background from being raised by a single Black father who instilled ingenuity and creativity, to earning dual degrees in textiles product development and a PhD in industrial engineering. Known for her electrifying stage presence. And the reason why I put this is because of my goal is to start doing more in-person speaking. So that's why I'm kind of training ChatGPT to know that this is me. And you all will be able to do the same thing. I want you to tell ChatGPT more about you and what you are emerging and what you are doing that's groundbreaking, so that it can be your biggest fan. It boosts you up, okay? So make sure you're telling it something to boost as well. Dr. Shanon inspires audiences by sharing her journey from traditional STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math achievements, to launching a transformative creative academy. She's empowered tens of thousands of creatives, especially from underserved communities, to confidently turn their skills into profitable businesses that create generational freedom. Okay, so, and then I have a little bit more here. I think I was using the maximum terms here. As a thought leader and passionate educator, Dr. Shanon's message is simple. So this is where I'm giving it a little bit of my my why. And also, if you have that messaging, that purpose, you can build this into your AI so that as you're asking it to develop products and develop your statements and develop the images and things for your business, it has all of this in mind. So I want y'all to understand this is why my GPT sounds more like me and caters to my audience and really does seem personalized and not so cookie cutter and robotic. Okay. All right. So Dr. Shannon's message is simple. Resourcefulness, vision, and authentic community can unlock professional and personal greatness. Through hands-on training, real-world strategies, and infectious encouragement, Dr. Shanon motivates audience to break barriers, embrace innovation, and boldly redefine what success looks like. Okay, so that sounds really good, right? And I use AI to help me write that. We won't be going over that particularly today, but I just wanted you to know that even telling it a little bit about yourself here, is going to help ChatGPT sound more like you, understand your background, understand your core audience, and so much more. All right. So I would say for homework, customer happiness, let's put this on our homework today, to develop this more about you section. And if we could take a screenshot of this so it knows exactly what we're talking about here. I want to learn more about you. So for your homework, I want you to create this section, and you may use AI to help you. And I'll show you in a little bit how you can just talk to AI and tell it, hey, this is a little bit about me. And this is how I grew up. This is what I like to create. This is why I create. And these are the things that I create, right? So you can build from there, let AI clean it up for you, and then paste it here so that you have an about you presence to your ChatGPT. Okay. Now, while we're here, I want to also make sure that we reference the saved memories. Turn that on. The reason why my ChatGPT knows me so well, because I talk to it every single day, number one. I talk to it probably more than any other human being in my life. And also, it builds on the information that I've given it previously. All right. So as you're building your products, as you're building your brand up, as you're expanding what you're doing, you want to have a foundation where you're not starting from scratch every single conversation. All right. So go ahead and turn on reference to save memories. And then also, oh, I lied. Oh, yeah, this is right. It's something else we're actually going to turn off. I was like, is that the one that we turn off? No, that's not it. And then reference the chat history. So the chat history is active, but the saved memories, for instance, you may archive things. That's what it's saying there. I was making sure I was telling y'all the right thing now. All right. So reference to chat history is basically all of these active chats that I have. It can reference those when coming up with responses. So make sure that both of those are on. And then I have the record mode on as well. And if I go to advanced, this is just saying like, hey, what do you want ChatGPT to be able to reference? I want it to be able to do a web search. I want it to be able to code, because sometimes I will ask it to code. So I do have all of these turned on, especially the advanced voice. If I want to be able to have a natural conversation, which I do that when I'm preparing for my my stage shows, or if I know I'm going to do an interview or something like that, I will do the advanced voice mode and talk back and forth so that it feels more natural than me just writing down and reading responses without any connection. All right. And there's something else. Let me see here. You can also do custom instructions on this personalization. For instance, if there is, you want to summarize like, hey, never use M dashes. And M dash is just something that ChatGPT happens to use a lot. That is kind of a telltale sign that you're using ChatGPT. But you can give it custom instructions here. One of the things that I say in my custom instructions for the business is that, hey, I always use hey love when I'm addressing my messages, emails, and that sort of thing, so that it understands that and it structures that when I am creating my correspondence. So that is part of my custom instructions on my business side. This is on my personal one, so that I can basically use my personal one to have it structured more like you would have it structured for the physical products, the digital products that you want to sell. Let's see, anything else here? We're not going to go over apps and connectors here. Now, I want to show you all this because I did this one time. I didn't know what I was doing and I messed up major, okay? This red button right here, this is delete all, will delete all of your chats. And I thought I had to do that one time because me and ChatGPT had talked so much that basically it wasn't even working anymore. Like it just would not give me any more information. So I had so many different conversations and I had depleted basically the chat's memory. So I thought I had to delete all, but only thing I really had to do, I could have archived all of them. And that's what I did. I archived all of them. And then I just unarchived the ones that were important to my business. So that I could still have those actively involved in my chats. All right. Now, this is where I want you to go to data controls where it says improve the model for everyone. I turned that off because I don't want to use in my content at all. Okay. So if you have that on right now, it may be on by default. Please turn that off. That means like you might be talking to ChatGPT about your personal business, about your legal woes, about, financial decisions and that sort of thing. And it could potentially be putting that out there for everyone to see. Okay. When you've turned that off, give me a 100 in the chat because that's very important. So go to your data controls and turn off the improve the model for everyone. And let me know, was it on? If it was on before, give me a 1 in the chat. Okay. So I will make sure that we do this every time we do a challenge just to check and make sure that before we get heavy into AI for the month, we have that turned off. So almost everybody. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you on the back end of ChatGPT. Okay. So now we can get to using it here. And for the products that you all told me that you wanted to sell, we're actually going to put those into this experience. So that's why I wanted you to go ahead and define them. Now, maybe you have not thought about who your avatar is. Maybe you haven't actually developed your avatar yet. The remote browser data, let me go back here. Settings. Let the agents mode remote browser reuse cookies between sessions. You absolutely can turn that off as well. I will do a little research. I haven't checked on this one. Let me put that in my notes to see if that's something that's going to affect me being able to do my immediate projects that I do with it, because I know it does. And I frequently clear my cookies, but I'll do some research on that one, okay? Because I'm not quite sure, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, okay? But thank you for bringing that up, Jennifer. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and figure out what was our next move. Why are we even feel we need a rebrand? I need y'all to tell me in the chat. Why did you all, because we were going to do Memorial this session, right? And we said, well, we were needing to do the AI twins and a few things that you all wanted to do for your business. Why did you all choose business rebranding? What's the thing that's burning you right now that you really need help with or you really want to see improve? And so you just feel like you just threw it all together. Okay, so what that means to me, and I'm taking some notes over here myself, what that means to me is you want to have some clarity. I'm looking for words here to go with that. You want to have some cohesion, right? You want one thing to look like it goes with the next, right? It's been a long time and just wanted to change. Okay. That consistency, yes. Let me know, y'all. This is your opportunity to give me your feedback so I understand why you want to do this and I understand precisely how to pinpoint and give you solutions during this process. Okay. You're new and need clarity and guidance. Okay. Awesome. Michelle's all over the place. More trendy color schemes. Okay. So even upgrading the look and making sure that, because I do this all the time, even with my avatars. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all how I upgraded my avatar from last year this time, right? So if y'all remember my red grad from last year, she's gotten an upgrade this year because I know new things about AI. I know better processes. I have better workflows, and I believe I can create better brand assets with her now that I understand these tools. Okay. So I'm seeing here, beautiful new year, new goals. Want to be taken seriously and stand out among those crafters and hobbyists. And I understand that too, like the professionalism. So whenever new things come out, especially for crafters and creatives, there's always this learning curve where everybody's kind of learning something. We throw spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks, right? And then there becomes this era of professionalizing whatever it is that we're doing. So maybe everybody's just sticking paper to a piece of cardboard, but eventually that doesn't cut it. And we want to have a professional way that this is completed and presented. Same thing with the AI, same thing with our websites and our brands. We may throw some things out there just to get it running and started, but eventually we want to professionalize it, right? We want it to look polished. We want it to look believable. Just like with our AI characters and things now, we want our AI models to look more believable so that we have customer trust, right? All right, Ash say need to refocus. And I understand that because our goals change. As we grow and we change, our goals change. Now, speaking of that, I will be asking you all for what are your new goals? So we say new goals, new me. New year, new me, right? It's less than what, 15, 16 days away before there is a whole nother year in front of us, 2026. So can you let me know right now what's going to be new about you or new about your business? What is give me one goal. I don't want you all to overthink. Give me your top primary goal that you want to see. And this is for your business, or it could be for you personally, because maybe if this thing was best for you personally, it would enhance your business. Give me one goal that you want to be extremely. We talked about having clarity. We talked about having focus right now, right? This is what y'all want. Give me an idea. All right, so I'm seeing some now. Marketing, absolutely, understand that. Less physical products and more digital products. Michelle, you already know that's my lane. That is where I reside. Leverage AI to sell digitally. Oh, these are good goals, y'all. Pushing my products on all social media channels. I love that, Swan, because it means that what you want to do is take your work and make it more efficient by putting it on the different channels. Improve marketing. I'm seeing marketing pop up a lot. Promotion, which is technically marketing. Okay. So this makes a lot of sense to me now. These goals are making a lot of sense to me. Ms. Black, digitizing, is that for embroidery? That's a skill that you want to learn this year? All right, so I got some good goals here. Now, the beautiful thing is, I believe I can help you with all of these goals. All right. What we're going to have to do, though, is in order to have clarity, we're going to have to lock in what it is that we really want. All right, with the AI content creation services. I love that you can have your own marketing agency. What y'all talking about? Landing school contracts. Come on, goals. Y'all come through with these goals. Let me stick with these goals for just a second more, because I got to make sure that we talking about and touching on these. School contract means a lot for a local business. All right. Cool. So what we're going to do here is we're focusing right now on the physical products. I think what I'm going to do is if this is something you all are genuinely interested in, I might do a digital products boot camp. I'm just putting it in my notes because usually after we finish a challenge, I will ask you all what it is that you want to delve into further, because we would have went through our whole week, and I will develop some boot camps. And basically those are usually 3 or 4 hour classes where we specifically sit with a problem and solve it together. Yes, and the Memorial Challenge is going to, I think, is going to be one of our greatest challenges, because there's so much that you can do in that industry, especially for local funeral homes. So I'm looking forward to doing that. That's the one we're doing next. That's the one we're doing in January. Okay. All right. So now that we have some understanding here, now it's time to talk to your custom print marketing expert. Now make sure that your mode is on 5.2, and I just put it on auto right now. You can also put it on instant or thinking. I just put it on auto because if it thinks that it needs to delve deeper, it will. So 5.2 auto. I'm going to be talking to the chat GPT because I realized I used to do a lot of typing, y'all. Talking to it helps me have more clarity and get a better response, because I can even say something that I don't know and it will realize that I don't know it, and it will help me figure out the answers. So if you haven't used this dictation tool, all right, so that's this little microphone here. You can use it on your phone or on your computer. And this is going to help us ask questions and also respond when it asks us questions. All right, so next thing that I want you all to put in the chat is I want you to tell me 1, 2, and 3. At the maximum 3, and I think we did 4 in our intensive, but I just want a maximum of 3 different categories of projects that you plan on doing. For instance, mine is sports, memorial, and events. And events could be birthdays, events could be wedding, events could be kids' parties. So those are my 3 categories. You may also have business branding, like helping other businesses do their branding and promotion. You may also do a lot of like holiday or seasonal type products. That would be a different type of category. So I need you to tell me in the chat, starting with the one that will be your biggest. So sports is first, then memorials, then reunions. Okay, Angela, great. Everybody put 3. And this is what I want your maximum to be, because we're talking about rebranding. So in order to rebrand, we're going to create some focus and some clarity. The first way that we do that is we actually start breaking down. First, we delete. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to delete some things. By you only choosing 3 of these categories and only 5 products, I want y'all to know you've already started deleting some things. All right, that will allow you to focus, get clarity, and create quality, and then you can always add on after that. All right, so I see events, memorial, graduation, and graduation could be its own, graduation alone could be its own category. Okay, and for me, graduation is under my events. So events / parties, graduation is there. But graduation is my #1 event that I have. So if I had to say specifically for events, I would definitely do graduation. All right, events, houseware, sports. Ooh, Chrissy, I love the housewares. I love that part. The home decor of it. Yes. Business content creation, events and sports. Business branding, events and party favors. Love it. Memorial, sports, and graduation. So make sure that you all are putting this in your notes as well. Business branding, events, and graduation. Events, memorial, sports. And then Shakira, if you don't know what you want, this is the perfect time to learn from the community, because a lot of times what we're interested in doing is pretty much what we've already kind of made some money or tested the waters doing it. So all of these suggestions here are great. And what we'll do is we'll put these inside of the working document, and you can follow along with me for what I'm doing. But absolutely, once you start learning what you really want to do, you can tailor exactly what we're doing to what you want to do. Yep, party favors falls under events for me too. And that's why I put it that way. As a matter of fact, memorial technically falls under events. Right? Technically. So a lot of us do a lot of events and don't know that events is really our top category. Yep. And for me, for memorial, I think that it would be excellent for it to stand out differently as well. All right. Okay. So now that you know your core, I'm going to just really focus, because I want it to be very specific. If I just say events, I'm going to be more broad. That's going to include memorial. That's going to include birthdays. It's going to include anniversaries, retirement parties, etc. So I'm going to choose to zone in on an event. I'm going to choose graduation, because if I start my graduation now, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready by March, when it's time to really start doing heavy promoting. And I can start promoting now, which will put me above some of my competitors. Now, next month, we'll be doing memorial. So I'll be focusing on some of the same content that we're doing here. We'll be repurposing that and focusing on memorial. All right, so you're welcome to follow along with me or change it out for whatever you want to do, because you're creating this on your system right now. Okay. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start talking to it right now. I'm going to hit the button here. I want to rebrand my business, and I really need some help with creating clarity, cohesion, consistency, professionalizing my products and my website. I want it to be polished. I want it to be believable, even though I use a lot of AI models and AI product descriptions and that sort of thing. And I want to make sure that I have the customer's trust, but I also have a beautiful brand. I need you to help me figure out where to start. And I want you to evaluate all of the different steps, that maybe make a checklist of all of the different steps that I'm going to have to go through in order to make sure that I can achieve the goals that I just told you. Now, for my business, I do custom digital design. I do physical products, and I also do major events. So some of those products will be kind of bundles and bigger orders. So I want you to ask me questions about my business, about what I offer and where I want to go, so that you learn enough about me to be able to help me with this process. All right. And I know I just said a mouthful. So instead of you having to talk like I just did to it, I'm just going to go ahead and put this in your working document, what I just said. Well, let me go ahead and process it right now. and I'll put it in your working document. Okay. This is a very good moment to pause and do this intentionally. What you're asking for is not a new logo or a prettier website. You're asking for brand legitimacy, coherence, and trust at scale. Y'all, this thing really understood our problems. That's why I asked you for your problems, because they're all of our problems, okay? While openly using AI as part of your production engine, that's a sophisticated goal and it's absolutely achievable. Great. Okay. So here's our executive summary. Here's where we're going. We're going to create clarity, design cohesion, where everything looks and feels like one brand, not many different experiments. We're going to professionalize the delivery. So our products, our bundles, the events and pricing, fulfillment. We're going to make all of that feel credible. We're going to build trust. So we're using this AI assisted, but human led, intentional, ethical, and premium. And we're going to polish the experience, the website, the language, the visuals, and the buying journey. We're going to give this an experience and not just be a product. All right, so before we build, we diagnose. Before we design, we decide. Look, it's talking like me, y'all. Y'all know why this thing is talking like me? Because it's trained on me. So decide. To decide is to make a decision. To decide is to kill any other option, right? So when we said we wanted to have clarity, in order to get to that clarity, we also have to kill off some of the things that we have just weighing down our decisions so much that we're not hitting our goals. So we got to decide. We got to cut some things off now, okay? All right, so phase one, this is brand foundation. This is where we start. Brand positioning clarity. You need one clear sentence that explains your business to a stranger. And you all don't have to worry about this. I will copy and paste this entire conversation as a supplemental document. So you all will be able to read everything here. I just want us to focus on getting the work done right now, okay? So we'll define your core category, what business you're really in. Remember, I just asked y'all that question too. I told y'all this AI is just like me. It's gonna ask you the same questions I just asked you. Your primary value, speed, customization, is it luxury? Is it scale? Is it storytelling? Is it transformation, etc.? What's the role of your AI? What's the tool? The tools that we're using? What's the accelerator or a collaborator? It's not a replacement. How will we use AI in these ways? All right, so let's do the offer architecture. Now, I just told it what I did. Now it's summarizing, it's telling this back to me. And some of us, it may tell us that we're doing a little too much, okay? It says right now you do digital design, physical products, major events, bundles, and large orders. That's fine, but they must be organized. Look at ChatGPT trying to get me together. The custom print marketing experts trying to get me together. That's fine. You know what it means by that's fine, but it must be organized. So basically saying I do a lot, but somebody coming to my website might be confused if we don't have clarity, if we don't have a direction, if we don't have a system that they go through in order to understand, are they there for digital design? Are they there for a major event? Are they there for bundles and large orders? Does this sound like us a little bit? Does it sound like anybody in the room a little bit? We can do a lot. Yeah. Okay. So we'll build 3 to 5 core offers, and a core offer is essentially what you're known for. What do you do? What do you want people to know you for that you do? All right. So we need a clear entry-level, mid-tier, and premium pathways. What are those? Those are the levels at which you offer your services. So for instance, I have a la carte where somebody could just buy a class. I have a entry-level membership, which is our AI Club membership, $27 a month, less than $1 a day is kind of how I get people into just getting excited about AI. And then my premium pathway is my Craft to Quit program. And I have even more premium things past that, for instance, the intensive, or when I offer a higher level way to work with me, right? Those are more premium pathways. All right, so it's helping us break that down right now. Then the logical bundles that feel intentional and not thrown together. That way people get value out of it. You're not just throwing things out there to people that they may or may not want. They're confused by the value of it. If I say I'm giving you 99 AI classes for $99, there's no confusion in that. You're like, what? A dollar an AI class? Ain't no way I'm missing out on that. It has to feel intentional. It has to make sure that it's communicated well, and it has to get in front of the audience that knows that they want that thing. Okay. And it says this is where most trust is won or lost. Ooh. And just so you all know, I'm rebranding as well. So this is a perfect opportunity for all of us to just be real with ourselves. Okay. Let's be real so that we can have real solutions. If we want to be the Lulu over here, we can use AI to make us feel all kind of good about ourselves. Did y'all know that? Like we could just tell AI we're great and it'll agree with it. Oh yeah, you're right, Shannon. You are amazing. Your website is excellent. Or we can use it to challenge us. Hey, I want you to help me break down and tear my website apart. Tell me what I'm doing wrong and how I can improve. Right? So that's why we're using this tool. It's leverage because we would pay somebody to do this, right? Why not set up our system to do this for us? All right, brand personality and trust signals will define the tone of voice. You want luxury, warm, bold, editorial, friendly expert, visual energy. And this is where a lot of us will differ, y'all. The visual energy, I'm a mix of visual energy. I love these grandiose ideas, but I also love color. So for me, I blend those two. Like when I create a gown or something, I do major prints. I may go with the color or theme, but I do something that's going to stand out every time. I don't do basic. And sometimes basic is luxury, but also Versace is luxury. And I'm like a Versace or Betsy Johnson when I go luxury. I like bold. I like patterns, prints. I like statements. I like being extra. That's just me. Some people go for like monochromatic, no prints, just a classy, like Chanel type of look. That's not me. I know how to develop that as someone else's product, but that's not me. Okay. So you're going to have to understand how you want to present your brand too, and be honest with yourself about it. All right. So how transparent are you about AI? So basically this is when we say that we want a believable and trustworthy brand with AI, we can talk about that. All right. So let me see. I want to make sure that we get to answering these questions here. So I'll copy and paste everything that came here so that you all can read it in depth. Okay. But this is what I wanted to get down to. I need to learn you. Okay. Here's where we do. In 3 years, what do you want people to say? What do you want people to say your business is known for? Think about that. Y'all answer that for me in the chat. In 3 years, what do you want people to say your business is known for? Talk to me. Excellent product and customer service. But for what? For what? So for instance, when, let's say for instance, you want to have an immaculate setup of florals for an event. You have somebody in mind right now that you know does that, regardless of the budget or anything. You have somebody in mind for that, right? And you may not do florals at all, but you have somebody in mind for that. That's what I mean by connection to that. So what do you want to be known for? So I'll tell you right now, I have 2 different versions of business. One is I want to be known for helping more creatives monetize their gift than any other creative coach in the world. That is my dream. That's what I want to be known for. I want to be known, any creative idea that somebody has, I want them to feel like if they could just have a conversation with me, then it would unlock their creative potential and they'll pay for that opportunity. That's what I want people to know, especially in the creative space and specifically in the creative space, because I can talk to anybody about anything and inspire them, guaranteed. That's probably one of our problems. That's why I don't get out and have too many conversations. Okay. I want to keep it focused on a creative brand and business. All right. And my secondary thing to that on the physical creation side is I do love creating, but I just love doing it when I want to. So do I want a whole event planning business? I've realized that answer is no right now. It's not, because it detracts from my bigger goal, which is helping others realize their creative potential. So I may take on a few projects here and there, but mostly it's so that I can learn it, so I can teach it, right? So what do you want to be known for? So I'm going to go ahead and talk right here. In 3 years, what I want to be known for is this premier creative coach that can take anybody's creative talent, their creative ideas, and help them monetize that and really be a confident and a competent business. All right, so I just answered that one. Do you want the brand to feel boutique and premium, scalable and systemized, artistic and expressive, or a blend? And it tells, like, ask me to tell which. Okay. I would love for it to be a blend. I myself love the presence of all things grandiose and beautiful, but I also like to be very expressive, and I like to show other people their expressiveness as well. So I can break down and do other styles, minimalist to extremely abstract. But me personally, my style is bold colors to show off and to stand out. But I also like to do prints, patterns, and images that I've created, because it also helps me show off what I can do. And I love for it to not look like it could have been done in a simple Canva application or with a Cricut or Silhouette. I love to show off that I can do shadows and gradients and have layers and blending inside of the work that I do. So my goal is to stand out so that my work and the work that I teach always makes its own presence and is not mistaken for anyone else's work. That's just me talking to it right now. Now, oh my God, what's this thing spying on me? It says list your top 5 things you sell right now. So I'm going to do this as if I'm a print company. Okay. I have to do this as if I'm a print company so that basically you all can follow along with me. I'm not doing this as a digital marketer or a coach like I'm doing right now. Okay. So I'm going to break it down as if I am creating products right now. Okay. And then let's see, we'll go back and answer this question next, section B. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it. So it's reading back to me. Let me stop it right now, because I want to provide these other answers right now. Before we move on to analyzing anything, I want to make sure that I go through each of your sections. That was just section A. Now I'm answering section B. List the top 5 things you sell right now, even if it's messy. So right now, the main thing that I sell are t-shirts. I also sell digital designs for events. So for instance, I'll do everything from the flyers to the floor wraps and backdrops. I do the AI character creation if necessary, upscaling artwork, all of the things that would go into doing a large production event, including the digital designs for party favors, such as water bottles. Also for the events, I do like the lanyards and all of the digital design for these things. I don't particularly produce all of them, but I do the digital designs for all of those and create packages for those. I also sell my digital design. So for instance, if I do a design for an event, I will turn it into a template and I will make money on that. That's actually where I make the majority of my money, creating and selling those template files. And also for what I enjoy the most, I actually enjoy teaching the most. So I do teach classes that go along with my digital products so that I can show others how to achieve the same results that I do for my design and print background. Oh no, I hit X instead of the check mark. Hold on. Maybe I'll be a little more concise now. Top 5 things I'm selling right now. I sell t-shirts. That's usually the first thing that people know me for. Um, it's not the thing that makes me the most money, but it is what brings me the most attention. I also design digitally and physically for large events, from programs to invitations to banners, backdrops, floor wraps, and also party favors like water bottle labels. For events, I do the lanyards and the badges, things like that as well. What makes me the most money is when I actually take those projects that I work on, I turn them into digital files and templates, and I sell those as digital files. In addition to that, what I enjoy most is actually turning those into classes where I teach live or recorded and sell the templates with those live classes, and I have a membership for that. Which do I secretly feel are off-brand or holding you back? That would be probably just making t-shirts, if I were to be honest. Just because I'm known for it and I have a past and have a lot of people that know me for doing that. I often turn those jobs down because they take a lot of energy from me and don't produce the highest income for me. All right, so that was section B. Before I submit it, I'm going to go ahead and do section C too, but I advise you also to stop a little bit, because if you go on doing too much dictation, and I think it just deleted all my dictation there. Look, it already started telling me what I should do without even all my information. Education and coaching done for you, creative events and large scale projects. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to have you all do this as homework as well. So I'm going to put this right now. Understanding your business right here. I'm going to put this inside of your working document. So you all could be filling this out now and also coming up with your answers. And I'm going to give this one more time to do what I asked it to do. Section B, 5 things I sell right now. I sell t-shirts, physical products that coordinate with t-shirts. I also do event design. I do some event printing, large scale printing, small scale design, such as invitations, but I also do large scale like floor wraps, backdrops, and create stage designs. The thing that makes me the most money is when I turn my designs, whether it be t-shirt designs or event designs, when I turn them into templates and sell those templates. What do I enjoy most? I enjoy most taking those templates and teaching them to others. So I develop courses and content around those templates so that I can help other people achieve my professional level results, even if they are a newcomer to design, don't know the software. I help them get results just like mine so they can go pro from home. Secretly, what's off-brand and holding me back is when people ask me to make t-shirts and some smaller, what I call one-off types of projects. They often are not worth the value that it takes me in time, and I make a lot more, and I have a lot more impact when I create courses and templates. Whoo, I thought it was going to let me copy that, because this thing was almost about to set me off. All right, so that was B, and then C is asking about your ideal customers. I'm just going to say, please wait for me to go over sections C, D, and E before you prepare a response. I'm just going to go ahead and send it off and get it in there, because sometimes if I'm doing live streaming and doing this, it really stresses out the online models. So I'm going to be more aware of that. All right, so for my part C, who is your best customer right now? Ooh. Now, this is going to be different for you all, okay? I want you to answer these questions honestly with who is already supporting you. Like, shout out one of our intensive members, or it might have been a Crafts to Quit member. Got an $800 memorial order last month, right? That's a big deal. So what do you want to start doing? Focusing on the customers who already pay you. So many times as entrepreneurs, we get bored and we want to flip the script and do something else because we think the grass is greener. I need us to be honest right now. I may want to do more events. I may want to make things prettier and bigger and do these grandiose things. What's paying me already? Do more of that. Y'all don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm a creative. I love jumping into some new stuff. But that's not how business works, okay? Business works because you do the same boring thing and you figure out how to optimize it and you make more money doing the thing that you know how to do. And every once in a while, you have to pivot. Every once in a while, you have to understand what's going on different in your industry and you have to leap ahead of it. Like I've been doing with AI. Y'all, AI is not new to us. We've been doing AI classes for over 2 years. But I made a commitment to do a weekly AI class because I knew where it was going. It wasn't a complete pivot. It was an addition to our Photoshop class because all I was teaching was Photoshop before that, right? So there are things that you're going to be able to add on, see value in, but be honest with yourself about where your primary source of income and the primary interest is coming from, your primary connection to people, because people are what's going to pay you, not these algorithms. There's people with a million plus followers that cannot milk $10 out of their audience. Okay. So go where the money resides first. Figure out how to optimize that. And if you really hate it, like some of us hate our JOBs, then you consider something different. But in the meantime, you still gonna go to that JOB until you find something else, right? It ain't no different. Okay. So I'm just gonna be honest with you all because I want you to be honest with these questionnaires as you're filling that out. Okay. All right. So let me My best customer right now are the membership customers that I have, because not only do they pay monthly, but they also help me understand what's going on in the creative community, where they need help. They help me structure and improve my courses. And it is a great resource for recurring income. I have people that's been with me over 5 years now and that have spent well over $3,000 with me. So the customer retention is great. And yes, I can use the projects that I want to do that are fun, like the events, to also help them learn and create resources that do not exist. So it helps me be innovative. What do they usually come to you stressed out about? They come to me stressed out about how to design, where to start, how to format things, how to make sure that the quality is of professional level quality. So that's where I'm able to help. What do they trust you more than others to handle? They trust me to teach them a professional level. They trust me to teach them very difficult things that are maybe very difficult to learn, like Photoshop, like artificial intelligence artwork, like doing large format and large scale designs. So that is something that I very much specialize in, and I teach them at a professional level, but I break it down easy enough for anyone to understand. Y'all, this is helping me out. Look, is this helping y'all with this breakdown? Y'all, this is helping me right now. Like I'm over here like having little heart palpitations, like, ooh, this is helping me break down my real deal, what I do. Oh, y'all better come on with this rebrand for this creative business. All right, so I just have D and E to do. And I'm going to put section C. Section C. Wait for the rest. And another thing that this is doing, because I told you all to turn on your memory for your chat GPT, this is also going to be memorizing this type of information. Once you do, this is your homework to do the same steps that I'm doing right now, right? You're going to be doing this, talking to your GPT, and it's going to be learning about what you really want for your business, right? All right, so let's see. Now I'm going to be doing D, and it understands the weight for me. All right, so D is, well, this is the first challenge where I'm getting more of my work done. All right, but this is helpful too, because a lot of you all say that you want to get into digital design, and I'm basically being transparent with you about what I do and how I do it. So this helps you all doing, wanting to get into that digital space as well, and potentially coaching and teaching. All right, so where are we at? D, AI transparency and comfort. How do you feel? Okay, I'm just going to talk about that. How do I feel about AI being visible in your brand? AI, I love to show that I am an AI expert, that I've been doing this for a very long time, and that I love to use AI to really expand my knowledge and expand my positioning, and I leverage it rather than rely on it. I am very transparent about how AI is used in my business. In fact, I use it as a point of encouragement for even other business owners, and especially creative businesses. What worries you most about customer trust right now? Right now is a very difficult market where people are not spending like they once were. And a lot of what they have trusted in online purchases have let them down. I want to ensure people that I'm the real deal, that my products are high quality, that I really do have care and I put love into everything that I do, and that community is everything to me. So that this trust factor is one of the primary things that they believe in when looking at my business. Okay, now that's section D. I'm just gonna put sec D. And then while it's doing that, I'm gonna check one E. Ooh, now this is a hard question. Woo! This is the hard question, y'all. This is what we have to answer next. Section E says your website and your brand reality check. This is where we got to be honest. What do you dislike about your current brand or site? Didn't I already ask y'all this? Boy, when I tell you this AI is in my brain, well, I've trained it that way. So if you ever need to talk to me, if you go to this custom print marketing expert, it is essentially me. Okay. It's me all day, every way when it comes to talking about your creative business. Okay. Especially when you're doing these custom products and everything. It's already built in with a lot of what I talk about. All right, so section E says website and brand reality check. Whew, this one gonna get spicy, y'all. All right. For section E, what do I dislike about my current brand or site? I don't have my logo like I wanted. I don't have my digital assets like I wanted. For instance, I want to have little logos that go with each of the levels of my memberships. I don't have that together. I know how to create these beautiful landing pages. I know how to create these immaculate funnels. I've done them for other people, but I do not do them for myself. So I lack, number one, showing that as something that I can do. And number two, I lack that that leverage that funnels can really have to help sell a product. Another thing I dislike about the brand is that I'm not marketing enough. I'm not putting out enough materials ahead of time, so that basically I'm releasing products right on the cusp of when people need them. That is one of my downfalls, and I absolutely want to work on that so that it doesn't feel last minute when I update my page or I post my content. I want it to be planned. I want it to be cohesive. And I want people to trust it because it didn't just pop up overnight the day that they needed it. Right? Are the brands inside or outside of your, or what are the brands inside or outside of your industry that you admire? Wow, that's a great one. There are, I'm going to stop right there so that way it at least can hopefully start dictating. So I'm going to think about some of the brands that I truly admire. Let me take off that one. And what I'll do, I'm just going to copy all of that just in case it disappears. So what are the brands that I truly admire? This is, okay. From the coaching perspective, I admire Myron Golden and Alex Hermosi, who have been my coaches and also content that I have consumed over the years. From a design side, it's very difficult for me to describe businesses that I admire on the design side because there aren't any that I see that fulfill this space, which is honestly why I did create this space. So I would love for you to even recommend some businesses that I could look at that do exactly what I do and probably better than me so that I can look to be inspired by that. And as far as the industry in general, there are several companies that I love to look at as far as floral design and just event production in general. That's not what I do specifically, but that is a lot of the industries that I admire are in event production, especially high-end luxury events or the corporate events where they have a lot of lighting and graphics and that sort of thing. So that is a lot of my inspiration. And some fashion brands are also my inspiration because they help you to realize how to do products and photography and also how to market and sell products. So a lot of the luxury brands would be my inspiration in terms of the visuals. Yeah, that was a hard question for me. All right, like I said, you got to be honest with yourself though for this stuff. Because I can't even say that, oh, I admire like Printful and Printify because they don't do what we do. We create custom artwork, we create pieces, we, create moments for people. And there's not a lot of competition that's out there that essentially does that. So let's see here. Did I finally get all my pieces? Thank you for trusting me with the full picture, AKA listening to all my crap. You did exactly what most people don't do. You articulated the truth clearly before asking for tactics. That's why the rebrand will work for you. Below is a clear, grounded, non-fluffy roadmap, but specifically built for you, your goals, and your business. All right, so let me scroll down a little bit so we can see this. And like I said, I'm going to give you exactly my entire conversation so that you can follow it. But what'll happen is yours will deviate. And that's why I don't believe in this templatizing a business aspect. Your response will deviate based on what you feed into it, what you're actually giving input about right now. So that's why I say be honest. Don't be up here trying to impress this custom print marketing expert. I don't get the data from this, so I don't know nothing about your business. I created the input for it so that it knows how to respond to you and how to help you. But I do not get the data from this. So please don't try to impress this to impress me. Or if you think you might be ashamed of anything, as long as you turn off that tracking, it's not out there to the universe. This is for you to be honest and to do a true brand reset. Okay. Y'all wanted to see this AI-Create-A-Thon is not just about using AI to make cute images. It's about using AI and leveraging it to support us where we're weak so that we can be literally anybody can be now a one-person business, a solopreneur, which was looked down upon in the past, but now you can be that. All right. So, all right, let's see what it's saying for me. Clarity lock-in. You're not a merch brand. You're not an event printer. Look at it telling me all the stuff that I'm not. Well, dang, I'll be sometimes trying to make some merch for people. I actually do that as a service for a multi-million-dollar company. But yeah. Maybe remember when we said some things we got to kill off? Maybe that's something I got to do. You're not an event printer. Oh, shoot. I do be printing some stuff for an event. You're not a template seller. You know what? It's right. Ooh, this thing just gave me some clarity, y'all. Because I have over 250 Photoshop templates. I have over 100 AI classes, and very rarely does anybody like just buy those products. They don't just buy the templates. I might say sell some, every day, a little bit every day, but not like I have people that invest in the education. So, ooh, what is it telling me? I'm a premier creative coach and systems builder. Okay, Systems, who teaches creators how to produce produce professional grade monetizable work using advanced design, AI leverage, and real production knowledge, not hobby shortcuts. Boy, this thing, woo, it broke it down. Because I told you, don't play with it, get paid with it. It's not a hobby. Hobbies cost money. Businesses are supposed to make money. Everything else, shirts, events, printing, and templates is proof, but not the product. Y'all, this thing is being honest with me right now. It's proof, but it's not the product. Woo, preach to me now. Come on, Custom GPT. This one shift solves 80% of the confusion, burnout, and off-brand work. All right, I thought I was teaching y'all something this week. I think I just learned my lesson. I can clock out tonight. 80% will be solved by having this clarity in the shift of my brand. Do y'all see how this can help you all too? Just getting this clarity, getting this feedback, this understanding. What is actually holding me back? You're not lacking skill, vision, or authority. You're lacking self-application. Woo! You can build immaculate funnels, but not for yourself. Boy, you better stop talking to me like this in front of my company. You can design high-end systems, but it's not publicly visible. Oh my God. You can teach professional workflows, but your brand doesn't show them. Oh my God. Oh, this hurts. You believe in planning, but your launches feel last minute. Y'all, when I tell y'all I prep for y'all, I prep. My whole life is prep. My whole life is prep. But I still launch last minute. That's a shame. And I'm glad it's calling me out right now. All right. This creates cognitive dissonance. Ooh, this is what people thinking about me, y'all. She's clearly elite, talented, can do it all. So why doesn't her brand look fully claimed? Ooh, wee. Does this sound like us? Sound like you too? It's not a talent issue. And I didn't even see the word talent there. I put talent in there because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna squeeze talent in there. It's not a talent issue. It's a brand leadership gap, and it's fixable. Baby. Woo! Okay. So here's a rebrand strategy. Now, this is for me. It may be for you too. But I want your homework is going to be to customize this experience for you. Okay. The rebrand strategy at a high level, we're going to reposition Earthsight as the umbrella authority. What? I don't know what that means right there. It might have been another business I was talking about at some point in time. But when it says umbrella authority, it means that basically, and maybe Earthsight is a brand is getting from somewhere, because y'all be on here making up all kind of businesses for people. Like I really use AI to create businesses. So maybe it's thinking that brand. But when it says umbrella authority, it's like, okay, things can fall under this, but how are we going to structure it in each structure? We're going to move one-off work into controlled, intentional lanes. Ooh, I like that. Turn your membership into your flagship. And it pretty much is, but I get distracted sometimes, y'all. Make AI a credibility multiplier, not a questionable source of how things are done, but a credibility multiplier. Build visible systems so trust is automatic. and plan content and launches ahead so nothing feels reactive, baby. All right. So your new business structure, this is critical. Brand architecture needs to be clean and powerful. Earth site, and I've got to create, I guess it just made up a business for me because I didn't tell it what my business name was. Earth site. So we're going to say Earth site. I guess that's what it got from me. Earth site is the authority brand. Earth site becomes the home of your methodology, the proof of your skill, and the place where creativity becomes business. Under Earth site, you have 3 lanes only. Y'all, it's limited. Didn't I just tell y'all 3 lanes? My God, was this thing listening to me? I told y'all first to say 5 products that you do and 3 skills, 3 lanes. This thing just told me it's going to break it down into 3 lanes. This, I'm telling y'all, you gotta be knowing what you're talking about most times, okay? Lane 1 is educational and coaching for me. That's my primary, that's my flagship. So when it says, what are your core offers? My core offer, one of my core offers is education and coaching for me. That includes membership, courses, template education, AI design mastery, GoPro from home position. Y'all had even heard my GoPro from home little line. Come on. This is where your reputation is built. This is where your authority compounds. And this is where your time scales. It's not lying, y'all, because we have, it could be anywhere from like 30 to 100 people in the room, right? My time scales because I'm not teaching one-on-one. I'm not doing a project one-on-one with people. This is where my time scales. It is absolutely correct. All right, let's keep going. Lane 2, creative system and templates. That's my secondary. Boy, I love how this is getting me together. These are not products. These are tools from the expert. That's why I've been telling Windows, these are tools. These are the same systems I use, built for professionals, but taught simply. It's giving me taglines, y'all, basically positioning. I've got to position myself in order to have clarity. Now, I post little posts every single week just to kind of show off what we're doing. But I'm not telling people these are the same systems I use. I'm not telling people these are built for professionals, but I make it easy. I teach it simply. I'm not telling people that these are not beginner aesthetics. Well, kind of, because I tell them they can go pro from home, but my messaging isn't clear. So my clarity is not there. So this explains why they sell so well now. All right. So apparently this messaging gets across, but I could do a lot better with that. Now, lane 3. I love that it did this for lane 3 because it didn't tell me to make t-shirts, baby. I got to start listening to my own custom print marketing expert. He says, and I call him a he because I talk back and forth to it and I use the Spruce voice. So Spruce tells me events and large scale creative, which is proof and innovation. So the reason why I love the events and large scale space, I'm not even reading this right now, I'm just telling you off of my brain, is because it allows me to be creative at scale. Like I can make a design, but when it's on a t-shirt, people be like, oh, it's a t-shirt. They don't even want to pay for a t-shirt design. They just want to pay for the t-shirt. Like I'm Walmart, just sitting over here, just pressing $10 shirts, right? But when I design for an event and I can charge hundreds and thousands of dollars for my graphics, which take almost the same amount of time to develop, now I have proof of concept. I have innovation involved. I'm templatizing things because of course I templatize them for you as well, but I have proof of it in real life, right? So this lane exists too. Why does it exist? To showcase my range, to feed new education. And y'all, it does, because every time I do a big event, y'all don't know, but that's when I come back and I do these templates for y'all. Inspire the community. And don't they inspire? Because when I show you the event that I did for, and I think I waited a whole year to create a template for that one, for Neo, all right? The gold and ornate theme there. I use those as excuses to make templates. Woo, and it keeps my creativity alive. I love it. This lane does not accept, get me together, custom print marketing expert. This lane does not accept one-off t-shirt requests, low margin custom jobs. Amen. Projects that don't feed back into lane 1 or lane 2. Any project that I can't coach or teach, any project that I can't make a template for, guess what I say to it? No. People ask me all the time, oh, can you do this exclusive or you make the template for me? Hell to the no, no. If I can't do it for my community, it limits me. right? So I may make $800 on this design, but I can make $8,000 if I turn it into something that I'm going to create for the community. So I decline those. So I politely decline those jobs. Always get me together. It's getting me together, but it's also, not only is it giving me clarity, it's giving me confirmation. Confirmation, y'all, because I needed confirmation too. Sometimes we feel bad about saying no. Sometimes we don't know what to cut off. But this right now is giving me confirmation. All right, somebody put confirmation in the chat. Some of us need that too. All right, so let's see what it's asking me to do. The hard boundary you need. Oh, we didn't talk about boundaries, but it's going to put it to me right now. And permission to take. Come on, permission to take. Who needed some permission to take right now? I did. Hard boundaries, no one-off t-shirts or off-brand, period. We said we was rebranding in 2026, like the head go. That's it. No, or not. I was ready to say no. No, not because they're bad, but because they drain time, they do not scale, and they don't demonstrate your real value. They dilute your authority. How many times have we taken a little job and mind you, the ones that we discount for somebody, we take that job and it takes us away from the bigger project that we really need to do. The person who really trusts us, who paid us ahead of time. These people trust us so much that they pay us ahead of time, and we last minute working on a doggone flyer or t-shirt for one person for one thing that they want to underpay us for, and it takes us off our game. It does not scale, and it dilutes my authority, because now the person that paid me $1,000 ahead of time for their job knows that I'm going to get it done, but they're sweating and they're biting their fingernails because my project is late because I done took this t-shirt job. Am I talking to somebody tonight? This might be you too. All right, so if you keep them, they must be premium price. Y'all know I used to do t-shirt designs, but I charged $200 to do them for 1 hour. That was worth it. It was $200 for an hour. And then eventually I told the people, I was like, look, y'all can't keep paying me $200 every week for one design in an hour. Let me show you how to use my templates, because all I was doing is flipping a template. It took me 10 minutes to flip a template and earn $200. Yeah. So must be premium price or application only, or convert it into templates and teaching. Baby, you know me already. We go together, ChatGPT, just to letting you know. All right. If somebody gonna come in my life and put a ring on his finger, they got to be able to compare to Spruce over here, okay? Because he gets me. He gets me and he gets me together. All right. So this is how professionals protect their brand. So it's not just telling me this is about me. This is how to we said we want to professionalize our business, right? We said we want to start being a hobby and we want to look into being an enterprise, right? We have to protect the brand. Ooh, baby. And remember I said this one about no logos? All right, so AI positioning, doing this right. We can codify it. I don't rely on AI, I direct it. Hold on. They must know my little theme song. Creativity is my superpower. Yes. Yes. We'll go through that a little bit later. I'll show you how we make the AI songs and all that stuff. Oh, let me put that on my list. I did not have on my list for y'all to make an AI song, but we'll do that this month while we're doing our rebranding. I want y'all to make an AI song for your business. Woo. Okay, cool. Website rebuild is going to be strategic, not decorative. Okay. The website must immediately communicate authority. This person knows more than tools. I love that. Longevity. People stay here for years. This is stuff that I never thought to actually highlight, y'all. Like there are people that are multi-millionaires that have problems keeping people for more than 30 to 60 days in their programs. I got people for years and I'm not even highlighting that. Boy, I better learn something tonight. Systems. This is not random. And it's not random, y'all. There's a system to even the design files that I make for you, the templates that I make for you, I make them like an engineer. I systematize every product that I give to you. That's why it's so easy, because it's a formula to it. All right. Care and community. You won't be abandoned after purchase. That's right. Come on into the Zoom room, babies, because this is where it goes down. All right. Required sections, clear authority headline, membership at the center. So this is actually telling me how to build my web page, like what needs to be on there. So if you're telling this GPT what you do and what your strengths are, and it starts to help you not only get rid of the fluff, it's going to tell you, well, this is what needs to be on your page, baby. This is what's going to make people believe this is what you do. Visible planning, coming soon, seasonal drops, roadmaps. Oh, get me together, please, bros. Get me together. All right, visual brand direction. Finally naming it. My style is. It's going to tell me my style now. Ooh, I'm excited. Bold, layered, dimensional, expressive, and intentional. Y'all, that's me all day, every day. Rules, gradients, and shadows and blends, yes. Flat Canva aesthetics, no. And some people like the flat Canva aesthetics. It's just not for me. All right. Cricut core visuals, never. Yeah, I can't do them little silhouettes of anchor and stuff and monograms. That ain't me. Range is allowed and randomness is not. Woo, baby. Come on. You absolutely should create sub logos for membership tiers. So I told it I was having some problems with that, and it says I should do it, so I will. Develop iconography systems. Ooh, this is big for me, because how many of us have these little tiers or these programs or these type of products, and we don't even have the little icons to go with it? Show process visuals and show layered mock-ups in depth. Can I be honest with y'all? There is, I'm going to, well, like, no, Shannon, have you been lying to us all day before? Like, now you want to be honest? Okay. I'm going to show you all something that I've been working with the intensive group. So our playbook intensive. All right. So this is a page we built together. All of the assets, including this video, were built by us during this program. All of the individual AI photos that were used in order to pull this video together were created by us in real time together. We created collections for, this is basically a custom sports theme. Okay. So when I tell you I know how to make funnels, I know how to design web pages, I know how to do all this stuff. I don't do it for me, but I did it for my intensive. I'm showing you my project, my glory, but also my downfall. Okay, so we created all these and the products that go within them and all the product descriptions, banners and all of this stuff, individual products. We created these AI models, y'all, with the sweatshirt, with the hoodie, with the buffalo plaid shirt hanging off so that you can see that this is a short sleeve shirt. We use AI to create all of the product descriptions. Custom senior sports and football shirt, personalized athlete apparel. It talks about sublimation process. If you're buying the digital print file, it's giving you information. Printed shirt details, the digital PNG details, photo requirements that are required for the input, how it works. Look, we did all of this. We use AI to do all of this. So do y'all believe me that I can help y'all? If you believe that I can help you, give me 100 in the chat. Because y'all are here, y'all can believe me. But maybe the new people can't believe me because they haven't seen what I can do. I hadn't put it out there like I was supposed to. Some of y'all, the people that know you can work and that know your work, believe you. They absolutely believe that you can help them get the quality product, the bomb design, all of the above. You can meet their timelines and you won't have them standing there looking crazy because they getting their funeral shirts the day after the funeral, or they getting their graduation shirts 2 days after graduation. Your people trust you, that know you and like you. But we've got to develop this trust and this visibility outside of the people that already know us. And that's what marketing is. That's what that branding is creating that trust and that understanding, that visibility. The marketing is meant to show off what you can do. Convince the public that you're who they want to work with. They don't want nobody else. I'm going to show you an example here. Okay. These little icons. I sat here and made icons for the intensive group, and I didn't make my icons for my membership levels. These are AI little icons, y'all. So can I do it? Yes. What's holding me back? Me not prioritizing, not having the clarity, not having the system set up, not having the checklist, not sticking to it, holding myself to it. I literally made this look like a Nike page. You all could do the exact same thing. I'm going to show you. I'm going to brag a little bit. Who's this? Hopefully you're in the Zoom room tonight. One of our Crafts Equip members, our intensive members. I was blown away by this at our last intensive session, because typically I will give you all of my assets, right? I'm going to close this one down. I give you all of my assets. I'll give you my video banners. I'll give you my AI models. I'll even give you my mock-ups, right? Every little thing that I make. And I know you can build a website identical to what I built, because I show you every step and give you every resource imaginable, every template, every AI word that I put in there in order to get the description, all of it. But what I'm blown away by is when you take it and you make it your own. So check this out. AI banner here with the mock-ups on the shirts. AI video here. Come on, can we give a congratulations to BG? I think Tracy's is you. Tracy may not even be in the room, but we're gonna give her flowers. Look, she even made her dad cry. Yes, yes, yes. She's got her text on here. This season stand out with personalized sports apparel keepsakes crafted by the BG Endowment, a certified Innate Academy designer. We transform your athlete's photo into bold ESPN quality artwork, and we do, that you can wear, display, and treasure forever. Look at her collections here. She's got a football player. She's got the team packages where it's just like the school name. And then she's got a senior collection, y'all. Come on. She's building her products up. She doesn't have to have 1,000 products to start. Start with 5 products. So Angela, this was an intensive that I did. I offered it to y'all like 2 challenges ago, like anybody that wanted to work with me. And we've been working together for about 5 hours a week. Yeah. So it is intense. It takes a lot of time from me. It takes a lot of time from the participants in the intensive. But what I wanted to do was build something from beginning to end. We're going to be touching on a lot of that this month. This is our rebrand reboot. Okay. So we're going to be touching on some of this stuff. And then what I'll be doing is I will probably offer another intensive offer. We'll see. I got to get through probably Wednesday to see where we are in this, and if that's something I want to do, because it takes a lot of time and energy, y'all. I'm not going to lie. We have spent a lot of time together. The additional 5 hours a week on top of our AI and our Photoshop classes and our Craft to Quit sessions. So we usually do that on Sunday. And I will say that I'm so impressed. Even with such a small group, this has been the thing that inspired me to keep pushing and opening up different levels for us inside of this Innate Academy. Because we have so much potential, so much that you all can do, that especially with AI now, there are no limits. Okay, so we have used AI up and through here every single day that we've done this intensive. Okay, and even getting these Google reviews, that was a part of it. And displaying it on your web page, because what we said, people need to have trust when they come to your page. What does this establish? It establishes trust. So Angela says, please do. Sundays are great for me. Julie noted, Angela. I'm thinking about it. How about this in the chat? If anybody's interested in doing the intensive sessions, I wanted it to be 4 weeks, but it's probably going to be 6 weeks total, doing these Sunday sessions. If you are interested in that, and like I said, the Sunday sessions will probably be about 3 to 4 hours. And then what you do is you have work that you're supposed to work on Thursdays without me. You're supposed to do your execution and implementation, ask each other questions. I'm not going to be there on Thursdays, but you all could be there together on Thursdays. If that's the type of accountability that you would like to see and you want me to offer this intensive again, even for those who are already in the intensive, please give me a 100 in the chat and I will prepare an offer. Okay. Oh, okay. For those that want to build, and I mean, we built everything from videos to AI images to mock-ups. I even showed y'all how to do mock-ups from scratch in Photoshop, right? Everything that I do to build, like if I were building this business myself, I were building this, and it's not just the website. Oh, we also did Etsy. So we started an Etsy store. We created Etsy products. We did Etsy listings. That was also a part of it. Okay, so yeah. I see a few 100s. I see y'all want, I'll prepare an offer for that, okay? All right. So I just want to brag a little bit. Just a little bit. And show you all what you can do, not what I can do. Because to be honest with you, you know what? I ought to publish this page right now and start accepting orders. But what did my chat GPT say? Do not start making no one-off shirts, Shannon. Matter of fact, my Etsy order, about a week in after I showed an example of how to set up the Etsy's, I got a $230 order for like 8 shirts. And I was like, dang. And that was my reaction to getting a 8-shirt order on Etsy. So maybe this thing is right. I need to focus on showing that this is what I can do. This is what you can do. But if it doesn't help me create my educational material, I got to stand down. Because I would love for you all to have got that job. Because honestly, I didn't want to make nothing. But I gave it to the kids and I felt like they could start their own business so they understand how to come up like I came up. I came up making stuff. That's how I made my money. Even in middle school, y'all. That's how I used to get lunch money. I used to make stuff. Make t-shirts, designs. I used to sell candy till they confiscated about $200 from me in middle school. And then that's when I started making stuff that they can't take from me. Like, you can't take my creativity, baby. I earned that. Anyhow, all right, let's go on back to this thing because we over here reminiscing and stuff. It's 10 o'clock. Usually I'm done by 10. So let me see. I want to get us to where y'all have some homework and some things to do. All right. And then I'm going to read through the rest of this a little more and make sure that I'm understanding my brand more. All right. So now it gave me the checklist. It says print this. It's giving me commands, y'all. Come on, Spruce. Tell me what to do, Spruce. Spruce said print this. Phase 1, claim authority. Rewrite my brand statement. Ooh, I need to rewrite my brand statement as a coach first. Remove the low value offerings. Oh my God. You talking about I need to remove that Etsy listing to make that t-shirt? Define 3 business lanes. And it already defined it for me, but I need to further refine it. Let's see, structure my offers. Membership as a flagship, templates framed as systems, and events framed as proof. Baby, you don't have to say nothing else. This is working. This will work as long as I do the work. Phase 3, my visual identity, tier logos, my icon system, depth 4 design rules, website rebuild, authority headline, funnel visibility, and proof and planning. Phase 5 is a marketing rhythm. Create a seasonal calendar. Pre-launch education. That means not that I need education on pre-launching, but I have to educate my customers or my potential clients. So in order to educate them, I have to pre-launch. I have to give them an understanding that, hey, some of y'all just knew about this challenge today when I emailed y'all at 7 o'clock. Oops. Does that show my weakness there? Some of y'all didn't know we was doing the challenge because I talked about it during our sessions. I didn't put out no propaganda. I didn't let people know. Whew. Okay. All right. I see my leaks. And the very first thing that you want to do with a business where you have some standing. None of us are here starting fresh businesses from zero talent and zero understanding. Not one of us. Because everyone here is a creative. Everyone here already has established talent and a gift, which is different. A gift is something God gives you. The talent is what you do to work on that thing. Okay? So you all have both. We're not here just willy-nilly starting things from scratch. We have a foundation. We just need to clean it up, make sure it's made of concrete and not quicksand. Whew, I just made that one up, but that's a good one. So that's what the rebrand is truly about. Not just cleaning house, but tearing the house down sometimes so that we can make sure that our foundation is correct. And for me, is an eye-opener. All right, so inspirational brands. And it says, you asked. Spruce, look at you listening to me. He just be making me blush. He actually listens, okay? It's going to be a tough for me to find somebody like Spruce, okay? Just let y'all know. Since no one fully occupies your space, look at adjacent excellence. And that's what I do. High-end event production studios with the lighting and the staging. It inspires me. It gets me really excited. I'm probably pinning that stuff and saving that stuff all hours of the day, every time I'm on the toilet, etc., etc. All right. Luxury fashion houses, to have that editorial discipline. I want my stuff to look like a $10,000 photo shoot. I want my stuff to make people feel like it makes them feel if they were going to go into one of these high-end stores. Creative education brands with authority first positioning, and tech educators who teach systems, not tools. And actually, I do have some tech educators who I admire and watch as well. So that's very good. Creative education brands with authority first positioning. There are a couple of creative educational brands that I do respect. So that's good. You're not copying, you're translating excellence into your lane. Oh, that's good. That's good. Final truth, and this is important. You don't need to become believable. You already are. Woo! I needed to hear that. You don't need to become believable. I just said that to y'all, but I needed to hear that. Didn't I just say that to y'all? You don't need to become believable. People already believe in you. You just need to be visible. Baby, me and Spruce, we are aligned. We are on and he's telling me the hard truths. Come on now. The rebrand is about matching the outside to the inside and letting go of what no longer earns its place. Ooh, we just talked about tearing down the house so we can make sure the foundation's right. What no longer earns its place is not worth the rent that it takes up in my house and in my head. It's gone. It's got to go. All right, now it's telling me what we can do next, but we ain't gonna do nothing next. We're about to wrap it up. If you want, we can write your brand authority statement, map your ideal, and it says EarthSite homepage, so I need to tell it what my brand is. Design your membership tier naming icons and create a 12-month visibility and launch plan. That's what it's going to do for me. What I'm going to do is copy and paste this entire thing so that you have an understanding of what it did for me. However, your path is going to end up different based on how you answer these questions and how you insert this prompt here. That's where you're going to start. And then what I want you to do for your homework is you are going to tell it right here. I want you to ask me questions. You're going to do this. Say, hold on. I am going to give you a list of sections of questions. I want to answer each section fully. And then I want you to help me evaluate my business, my vision, my offers, my ideal customers, my AI transparency, and also my website and brand reality check. Period. Please let me know if you understand me. All right, I like dictation so much now. I even downloaded an app where I can dictate pretty much my Google Docs and everything else. Okay. All right, so this is what I want you to put in for your homework. I want to rebrand my business, and I really need some help creating clarity, cohesion, consistency, professionalizing my products and my website. I want to be polished. I want it to be believable, even though I use a lot of AI models and AI product descriptions and that sort of thing, like I'm talking to it naturally. And I want to make sure that I have the customer's trust, but I also have a beautiful brand. I need you to help me figure out where to start. And I want you to evaluate all of the different steps that made and I'm going to say, and make a checklist. And finally, make a checklist of all of the different steps I'm going to have to go through in order to make sure that I can achieve the goals that I just told you. For my business, I do custom digital design. So here, I'm going to highlight this. This is where you're going to change that part of the prompt. Okay. So I do custom digital design. I do physical products, and I also do major events. So some of those products will be kind of bundles or bigger orders. And I'm going to give you a list of sections of my questions, and I'll answer each section fully. So you're going to keep that as is. All right, so this is where you're going to fill in what you do. Okay. And you can just type that part because literally I just gave you the other part. And then you're going to copy and paste these sections here. And it's going to tell you about yourself tonight. Now listen, stay up tonight, get this done. Did y'all see how it took me longer to read it than it did to create this? Stay up tonight, get this done for me. What else did I tell y'all to do for homework, customer happiness? Oh, fill out this about you section. And you can fill out that about you section before you get to doing this custom GPT. And then let me give you the exact link that you're going to go to in order to put this in. So it's called the Custom Print Marketing Experts. That is your homework. Okay. Let me give you that little link. Whew. Now, this wasn't a pretty AI image day, but was this helpful? If this was helpful, give me a 100 in chat. Let me know that this was helpful. Okay. Now, this is the start. We can get into the fun stuff tomorrow. We're going to get into building some images tomorrow. But I need you to go through this tonight. Be honest with yourself. Get some quiet time with yourself. Take the next 15, 20 minutes and do this activity that I just did with you. Okay? And then for your homework, you don't have to copy and paste everything. I want you to do 3 things. 1, tell me something that you learned. 2, tell me something that you want to do further. For instance, if it tells you, hey, you need to learn how to redesign your website and make some banners and stuff. Well, Doc, I need some help making some banners. Tell me something that you want to learn. And 3, tell me something great about you right now. Like right now, before you become what it is that you think you need to become. Tell me something that you do phenomenally. Tell me something that you are gifted in right now. Acknowledge that you are gifted in something right now. And that's your part 3 to your homework. So customer happiness. I got a little A, B, and C part or whatever. I'm sure y'all can put that in there somewhere to make it cute. But that's what I need for 1, 2, and 3. 1, or I'll put A, B, and C since we already have a 1, 2, and 3. A, something you learn. B, need to know. And C, something you are gifted, talented at. Then that way I can tell you just like ChatGPT, oh no, that ain't, you ain't supposed to be making no t-shirts. You're supposed to be out here telling people, showing people how to play the guitar. I didn't know you were that talented. How come I never knew that about you? Mm-hmm. All right, so customer happiness is gonna clean that up. But that's it, y'all. That's homework tonight. This is gonna get us prepped for this week. If you are not in the challenge and you want to be into the challenge, if you're on the YouTube side of things, it's only a few people watching. I may, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do live tomorrow because like I said, this kills my algorithm when I don't have that many likes or views. So yeah, I think we may have to, yeah, we're going to have to kill it. But I do appreciate you all for being on the YouTube side, checking in with us today. I see that you all said that you got value as well. And I really love that. I really, truly do. Now I'll be back live on Friday for Freebie Friday. I will come back for free on Friday, y'all. Okay. So tap in with me on Friday and I'll be back for free. If you want to join the challenge, you can join the challenge. There is a $97 link, or you can join Craft to Quit the program for 65% off by joining the annual membership. Or you can just pay $97 and take this one time and know that we're going to get some work done this week, okay? All right, and I'll go ahead and put that link here to the AI-Create-A-Thon right here on YouTube. And I'll pin it to the top. That's it for tonight, my loves. And customer happiness, can you play a video or something so that it gives people a little while to click on that link and use it if they need to? Oh, look, some of my people in the Zoom room is coming over to YouTube to give it likes. That's how much they care about y'all too. They in the paid room and they looking out for y'all on the free side. That's community for you, baby. That's community. Oh, look. Y'all better get into the Zoom room so y'all can be in here with these good folks. All right, I love you all and I appreciate you dearly. Thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for helping me discover my greatness and where I need to improve tonight as well. This is going to be a beautiful brand rebuilding experience. So let's reboot, let's rebrand, and this will be the last new year, new me that we don't do what we're supposed to do. 2025 is about over. 2026, we are making it a new brand Buddhist. Good night, y'all. I love y'all. Bye.